What's up with HCMC? Will it prevail? Will the investors get to make profits out of it? Stick with us to the end of the video to find out. Hello future billionaires, welcome to Penny Stock Lifestyle. The channel where you get stock inspiration, motivation and knowledge to become the next future billionaire. Without any further ado, let's dive in. Healthier Choices Management Corp sells e-liquids, vaporizers and other vaping accessories. Natural and organic retail stores and vapor goods are the company's two divisions. Its vaporizers are battery-operated devices that allow users to inhale nicotine vapor without any smoke, tar, ash or CO2. The Vape Store brand of e-liquid is sold by the company, and its goods are available at 9 retail vape shops in the southeast region of the United States. Additionally, Ada's Natural Market, a natural and organic grocery store, sells fresh produce, bulk foods and private label products. In addition, the company sells frozen meals, bread and baked goods, snacks, body care, and household and general merchandise, as well as Q-Cup technology for people who want to vape concentrates for medicinal or recreational purposes. It sells its commodity to customers directly through company-owned retail vape shops. The organization was formerly known as Vapor Corp, but in March 2017, it changed its name to Healthier Choices Management Corp. The headquarters of Healthier Choices Management Corp is in Hollywood, Florida. So, let's start with intellectual property holdings. The second is the demand for balanced alternatives. The third category is vape shops. So, they have supermarkets, vape stores, and grocery stores, as well as a company that has a list of patents created in the United States. And if you've been following this story, you'll remember their case against Philip Morris. So, this is based on a patent infringement case against Philip Morris, a huge corporation. If you take a look at Philip Morris, you'll note that their market capitalization is much greater than HCMC's. Their total market capitalization is around $135 billion. As of last week's Tuesday Minute order, the application for admission for ProHack Vice entered by card is currently sitting on March 2nd. There's nothing else to say here but that they just placed a fast order. It was filed electronically, and there have been no further developments on this case. Now, we did find a paper from Stanford that we considered very helpful, but first let's hop into the SAC filing because there are a couple of updates. For example, one of our growth strategies is to extend our store base and increase revenue from current customers, as well as to boost or maintain operating margins. We strongly encourage you to look into this SEC filing because it contains everything you need to know about this company's growth prospects. What they want to do is to have 19 other workers, all from their stores, to retail to the vape portion of their store's retail, and so on. All take place in this room. However, we'll skip that because many people have already seen it. On the 8K, you will see that their present CEO or Chief Operating Officer, as well as the President, will be staying on until January 30th, 2024, thanks to a new deal. According to an 8K filing that we recently received, they're reducing the number of shares from 460 billion to 207 billion. This equates to a 45% reduction in the company's and their common stockholders' dilutions. There's also the possibility that they'll reduce these shares even further in the future. So it is incredible because it isn't a delusion. They're probably worth more now because the shares have increased in value. Moving on to the Stanford portion, this is from a lecture given at one of their presentations on August 4, 2016. We find it intriguing because there are a few points about patent litigation that we need to emphasize. As a result, you can see that the whole process takes an average of 2.4 years. In steps 1 and 2, about 90% of cases are resolved. We assume we're currently in phase 3, claiming construction to experts, with around 2 to 5% of phase 4 completed. In terms of percentages, 95 to 97% of cases resolve before trial in phases 1 through 3, and fewer than 10 to 12% of cases proceed to phases 3 and 4. During the positions and summary judgment hearings in Phase 3, skilled, talented litigation counsel may be a key factor. The average time period in this area is 6 to 8 months. Following that, you get to see the whole procedure, which starts with complaint violation contentions, which take 4 months. Invalidity contentions, which takes 6 months, exchange claim construction, which takes 7 to 8 months, and claim construction hearing, which takes 9 to 10 months. So, right now, we're probably going to expect a settlement with a 95 to 97% chance, and if that settlement comes in, it'll most likely go into the money on the cash of HCMC. Are they going to return dividends now? In that scenario, perhaps not, but it would boost the price overbook and the company's value. For the year ended December 31st, 2020, net revenues from continuing operations were $13.9 million, down from $15.1 million the previous year. Gross profit from continuing operations declined by $0.7 million for the year to $5.8 million at the year's end, compared to $6.5 million at the same time last year. In the fourth quarter, operating expenses as a percentage of revenue fell by 16% compared to the previous year. Operating expenses as a percentage of revenue decreased by 6% for the year ended December 31st, 2020, reflecting continued reductions in corporate administrative expenses. In the 12 months ending in 2020, adjusted EBITDA increased by around $0.5 million over the previous year. Now, it's either prohibit PM from using the patent or continue to use it by paying fees or making some sort of ongoing financial arrangement as long as you use the invention. Moving on to technical analysis, we can see that the moving averages on Tennessee Main, the 30 MA, have slipped up and turned bearish today from a one-day perspective. That's understandable, given that it's currently trading above the 50 SMA. Now, taking a fast look, its 50 smashes above 200, indicating bullish MACD. It appears to be attempting a turnaround here, which is a positive sign. The momentum is actually going in the right direction. That's incredible. One half of the market is also oversold. Since it came from a sprint, ADX doesn't tell us much. As a result, it indicates that a run could be on the way. On the 2-hour chart, the 30 MA is now above the 10 SMA, and the price point is below the 50 SMA, indicating a bearish trend. However, the 0.0018 is a crucial point at which you can begin to expect it to grow higher. The remainder is a little messy, bullying percent, indicating that it was a little overbought during the day and is actually slopping around neutral. Here, MACD shows a big shift, and willing percent are not already covered by willing individuals, or we're gaining momentum and showing strong progress. It doesn't teach us much now that we're moving on to moving averages. It's above the Bollinger Bands, it's inside, so it's no longer the following thing. In terms of stochastic, fast and static slow, this looks fascinating because it looks at whether or not this is a bottom, which is what it's asking you. It could be a good idea to take a swing, or at the very least, bounce. Now, in terms of Fibonacci retracements, we see a significant support level currently sitting at 0.0017, and resistances are as follows: 0.0026, next 0.0034, next 0.0041, next 0.0051, and up to 0.007. And now we need to take a quick look into significant supports on a price line action. So 0.0017, following that is the 0.0016. Following that, you're looking at 0.0014 and then down towards the 0.001. Significant resistances again, this is at 0.0021, and then looking up to 0.0024, and then jumping up to 0.003, and then going up to 0.0034, and then to 0.0040. When it comes to the future, where do you see it going? If you're trading this one, there's a good chance you'll see a bigger leap, particularly because it's at a crucial value stage. Although some might argue, okay, you know it'll take some time to get that. It might take some time to get there. They seem to be very busy. They're updating their documents now that they're an OTC company. All is up for inspection. It appears to be a new chapter from one of their novels, so it appears to be exciting. Is it likely that they will get a settlement because of the Philip Morris situation? In any case, there's a fair chance they'll get a payout. The settlement would go back into their capital, improving their long-term value, but a buyout could be out of the question, so consider a compromise. Now, how long would it take to reach an agreement? It varies depending on the circumstances. We'll see this case in a couple of months, maybe 4. We believe that since we see the time period sooner, 4 to 6 months is a reasonable estimate of how long it will take. As a result, it'll take some time. And with that, it's time to end the video. We hope the session was informative. Do let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for more content just like this one, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to smash that like button, and also press the bell icon to get notified about our new videos. Until then, fellas.